Alright folks, we are going to work on this house. Copyright infringement. Yes, I'm using this off another book, Residential Design, using Autodesk Revit. So yeah, this is someone else's stuff, but I don't like their videos because they're bad. I like mine better. And I explain things better too. And I have a better accent, if I have an accent at all. Okay, so though this is what the house looks like in 3D form, in the end, you're going to learn how to do these sheets here, and you will create one that looks like this. This is your final product. So you're going to learn how to render, create floor plans, add features, room legends. Second floor will look something similar to this. Section view, you have to make this. Actually, don't make it. You just have to know how to access it. Then finally, schedule. So yeah, this is Garrison Green. He's a former student. He's a good egg. But anyway, we're going to do this. So I will reference this often throughout the project just to do it. Hopefully I will give you guys a measurement sheet just to kind of go along with it that looks something like this to see the interior walls and the window placement. That can vary a little bit. It's not a big deal. That's not perfect. But we'll get this thing done. All right. So I'm following along in a book. So if I jump around a little bit, that's because I had to back up because I'm using an older book with the newer version. So here we go. Without further delay, go up here and click on the big R, the application menu, just like always. You're going to hit New. Click Browse, Residential Default, press Open. Okay, and then press OK. This will get you where you need to be. Okay, now I can give you a quick tour. If I haven't shown you this yet, great. Do not close these out. You need these. Don't move them. They're a pain to fix. I prefer them being over here. That's my preference, okay? This is your properties menu, like always. Gives you information about what you're doing. Project browser lets you go in between floor plans and elevations and 3D views and whatnot. So if you minimize something, you'll see how it gets you back into anything else you've opened. So every time you click on a menu, it goes. By the way, I want to show you this real quick. You also learn how to do renders. There's a handsome fella sitting in the living room. Here's an outside view, and here's another outside view. So you'll learn how to do all this stuff before this is all said and done with. So this can be a lot more thorough than just drawing up a house. So you're actually going to learn how to change walls and make alterations with it. Altercations, whatever. All right, so there we go. Okay, let's just jump right into this thing. Hopefully I've given you the measurement sheets in front of you. But first we're going to start off with the outside walls. So, click Wall. Okay. It defaults as a generic wall. As you scroll down this, you'll see you'll have footings and exterior walls and foundations and interior walls and all sorts of fun stuff. Well, we're going to use a lot of these. Not all, but a lot. On this one, I do want you to use the stuff that I'm using. Don't vary from what I'm doing, okay? There will come a point in time in this project where you can do whatever you want to on the inside and on the outside, but when it comes to the creation of the walls, I need you to follow me, please. All right, so we're going to click on Exterior Wall. Okay, you're going to click on the Edit Type button because we're going to make a change to this already. All right, the first thing I need you to do is this. Click Duplicate. Now, the function of a duplicate is when you want to make a new version of something. So we have this exterior shingles on wood siding on wood stud, but I don't want that. Here's what you're going to change it to. Type in exterior / wood shingles over wood siding on wood stud. Okay? Press OK. So what that does, nothing's changed yet because all we've done is we've renamed it. Click Edit Type. Okay. Peaches. Okay, you'll notice here how some things are in gray and some things are not. The hour has changed where we're at. May not be your bell. Okay. We're going to do a few different things to this. Okay, the only thing we're going to change on this is we're going to instead do a 2x6. We're going to do a 2x4, which, as you know, a 2x4 is actually 3.5. So we're just going to change this to 3. And press OK. And press OK. All right. So next we need to get into some wall heights and get those set. And here's how we're going to do that. We're going to set our wall height. We're going to set our wall heights under the elevations. So I'm going to work with this instead of what the book says. All right, so over here you'll see in your elevations, which you'll see this a few times throughout this process, is you'll see how this lets you set your heights to your roofs, your second floor, your foundation, so on and so forth. I'm going to change my roof height to 19 feet because I want a little bit of a higher ceiling in my floors. So we're going to start with that first. Okay. Go ahead and go back to first floor. Okay, you're going to click walls. It should default to that one that you were messing around with. Up here at the top, I'm going to change unconnected to roof because that's the height that it is. If I do second floor, it'll only be one story. Okay. Then I'm going to change this to finished face exterior. Now, here's what happens whenever you draw like this. If I just click on my screen, you see here how the cursor is on the left side. Okay. If I do interior, it'll be the other side of the wall. I want to be on exterior because those are the measurements I want to use. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so here we go. Starting on the left side of the house, this works just like AutoCAD. I either can move the mouse up and go to 28, or I can type in 28. Remember, this program defaults in feet and inches. Would you do me a favor? Would you press escape, please? When you click on your wall, you see this little double arrow thing right here. This represents the outside of your house. If this is on the wrong side, so if you decide to draw down, let me show you this real quick. If I draw down, it's on this side. Don't want brick on the inside of my house or siding. That would be bad. So press wall again. Click up here at the top. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over 28. So 28 by 28 first. Next, I'm going to go up 4. I'm going to go over 48 space 8. That's how you put it in inches. If these things are bugging you, leave them alone for now. I'll show you how to fix them later. Go down 4. Oops, that was not down 4. I'm going to undo that. Go down 4. Click on the end if I mess up. Go back into it. Go down 4. Go to the left 7 space 4. Go down. Now the cool thing about this program is it does try to line things up. So as you see here, it's looking for these things to line up with. So I'm just going to click there because I know that's right. Also, it's going to go there too. Now it sees different parts of the wall. So make sure that's on the outside. But if you just want to type in 7 space 4, you can do that. Oops, sorry about that. I made a mistake. So I restarted it. Okay, next wall we're going to draw from right here. Going to go this way, 17.4. Go down 2. Go left 14. Like I said, if you see the floor plan in front of you and you just want to follow that, go ahead, and you don't want to listen to me. That's totally fine, but you'll have to get back to me here eventually. I'm going to go this way, 17.4 again. I'm going to go up 4. Then it should be able to round itself off, and it did. Okay, not quite. So how do I fix this? Because obviously I made a mistake on a measurement somewhere, which is okay. What you do is, if you go to Modify, there's a Trim and Extend corner. This is going to be your new kind of fillet, if you will, for AutoCAD terms. So click, and it will round that corner. Okay. So next I want to add some dimensions, and I'll probably be by the time for this video. So up here at the top of your screen is a line dimension. If you click on the Annotate tab also, it's right here. Do not click linear. It won't work. Click aligned. You also need to change this to wall faces. I dimension to wall faces always. Now watch this. This will make your life easier. You can either click from one wall right to the next and then go out, which is fine. I'm going to go click, 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 and drag it out. Okay. Now, I'm automatically seeing here that I have a wrong measurement, probably with that fillet, with that trim extend I did. So, how do you change a measurement? This is actually a good little oops. Here's what you do. I can lock this one if I want to so it doesn't change, which I will. I'm not a huge fan of locking, but if I don't want it to change, I will. I'm going to click this edge right here. Now, this is called a temporary dimension. I don't play with these very much because they're always to the middle. I could click these dots if I wanted to, and it would go right to the outside. And then if I click this little temporary make permanent thing, I could. But that's a lot of work. So here's how you move a wall. You have to tell the program which wall to move first. If you just click this, nothing's going to happen. You may get something that pop up. It may shift, whatever. You have to tell it which wall to move. So I'm going to say, hey, Revit, move this wall here. Where do you want to move it to? You click there. I type 28 feet. Okay, so that bumped that down. Now, I'm a big advocate of dimensioning before you move on. So I want you to take a moment to dimension this thing, like I'm doing. Use the chain. That way you don't have to click every single wall. Because I don't know about you, but I have better things to do with my day than go back and forth. And I'm seeing I have a mistake down here at the bottom too. Not sure where I messed up at, but I see this. You may not have it. If you don't, ignore me and keep working. Okay. Now I'm going to put in all my measurements before I even start changing stuff. That's always wise to do. Because you want to know what you're affecting and not. I'll also show you how to lock things in. Okay. If I'm looking at this wall right here, okay, this wall should always stay lined up with this wall no matter what the case is. Here's how you do that. I'm going to click Align. Now this little key works a little bit funny, I'll be honest with you. If I click the center wall and go Faces, it sometimes doesn't recognize it at first. So press Escape, click it again, and now it's in there. So what I'm going to do here is I know this one's correct. I'm going to click this wall here. I'm going to click this one, and it will align it. Then I'm going to press Lock, and that will keep it locked in. Well, now you're like, okay, well, it didn't fix it. Well, that's because it was still aligned. Something else is messed up. So I'm going to click this one right here. Actually, I'm going to lock in 2. Click this, change this to 4. Okay, and that just bumped that down a little bit. All right. The other things that should stay aligned, because we're going to do some moving around here, is we're going to align this with this, lock that, this with this, lock that. Now that did make a change, I just noticed, which, oh boy. So obviously I need to work on this. So 14, 3 and 3/4 is not good, but I see where the quarter went to. If yours is fine, then just watch or just ignore me. I'm going to lock this, I'm going to click here, change to 17/4. Making changes to the programs are just what you have to get used to using. So the rest of my measurements look fine. Okay. And I think I'm going to stop there for this video. So these little things, if they're in your way, back them off. There's one more thing we have to do, sorry. If you look at 3D, I want you to look at your house. Okay. The bottom of your screen here, this is your visual styles bar. Change this to realistic, and that way you can kind of see what it is. I do need to make a quick change though. These walls right here need to be shorter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press on the control key, click these walls right here, and these walls right here. I'm going to make these, change this to unconnected, and change this to 12 feet. Okay, so there will be a lower roof right here. Also, we're going to change the garage to 12 feet as well. That's what this is. So I change this to unconnected, change this to 12. Now we're done. Okay, so this is what our house looks like so far. We have the skeleton made. We're going to go inside and work on the bones and the guts and all the other fun stuff next. So I hope you have a good start. Questions, please ask. Otherwise, I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Bye-bye.